Tragic in Colorado Springs. At least 5 people are now dead, 18 people now hurt after a shooting at an LGBTQ nightclub overnight. I'm Jessica Crawford.
Good morning, I'm Katie LaSalle. Now this story has been developing all night long. We do know police have the shooter in custody. They are getting treated for their injuries at a local hospital.
We sent a crew down to Club Q where that shooting happened, and that's where we find Denver 7's Brandon Richard right now. And Brandon, what have you learned so far this morning?
Well, Colorado Springs police held a press briefing a few hours ago. They had very little information at that time to share, but you can see behind me, police remain here on the scene outside of Club Q. Again, this is an LGBTQ nightclub. It's really in the middle of the shopping center here, so it might be a little difficult to see, but you can see a number of police vehicles gathered there in the center of that shopping center. Again, police are in the very early stages of their investigation, but they do tell us this call came in just before midnight last night. Police say when they arrived, after responding to that 911 call, they found just scores of victims who were taken to the hospital in police cars, as well as ambulances, multiple ambulances. Right now, police are not addressing a potential motive. They're not saying whether or not they believe this was a hate crime. We do know that police found one suspect at the scene. We are told that that suspect is being treated at a local hospital. Right now, it's unclear if that suspect was shot by officers. Now, earlier, as I said, Colorado Springs police held a press briefing talking about what officers found when they arrived to the scene after responding to that 911 call. Take a listen.
Numerous officers and medical immediately responded to the area, and officers immediately made entry. They did locate one individual who we believe to be the suspect inside. At this point in time, the investigation is in the very initial stages, but I can tell you that we have 18 injured and 5 deceased.
And we know that police are still in the process of notifying loved ones of some of the victims. We are hoping to learn more later on at a press briefing. We're told the Colorado Springs police will be holding that press briefing at 8 o'clock. So just a very sad situation here in Colorado Springs. Just a lot of people just completely shocked by what happened. We're live in Colorado Springs this morning. Brandon Richard, Denver 7.
Absolutely heartbreaking, Brandon. And we'll continue to come back to him throughout the show. He's right there, live in Colorado Springs, following this story.
They released a statement overnight. They said, quote, Club Q is devastated by the senseless attack on our community. Our prayers and thoughts are with the victims and their families and friends, and we thank the quick reactions of heroic customers that subdued the gunman and ended this hate attack. Now, it is too early in the investigation process to officially determine if this is officially a hate crime or attack, but we do know the FBI has been on scene since the early hours this morning trying to figure out a motive from the suspect.
And again, while we do not know a motive for the shooting at this time, there have been several attacks at LGBTQ clubs across the country in the past several decades. One of those became the second deadliest mass shooting in our nation's history. Back in June of 2016, a shooting in Orlando's Pulse nightclub claimed the lives of 49 people. 53 more were hurt in that incident. Orlando police shot and killed 29-year-old Omar Mateen after a 3-hour standoff. Pulse nightclub closed that night and has not since reopened. People now treat that site as a memorial.